about, if you just tuned in, we're talking about Dr. Chein, who I've known of for many, many years. He's right here in the Palm Springs area, and we're talking about basically hormone therapy. And, you know, Dr. Braverman, who has been on with us a few times, says as God rules the earth, the brain rules the bodies. And the brain is the one that controls your hormones. So you're telling us now that the research of telomeres, which won the Nobel Peace Prize, Medicine Prize, the Nobel Prize, or the Prize for Medicine and the Nobel
for Peace and Mr. Obama.
I'll never win that, so I'm not sure exactly how to say that. And it was basically on the research, hormone research of telomeres, which is the last little bit that kind of controls your DNA, the health of the DNA.
Yes.
Okay. So the average person doesn't know they need hormone therapy and doesn't know how to do it. So what is the kindergarten course in what we should know about our hormones in our body?
The kindergarten course is simply to check. There are 12 hormones. There are hundreds of hormones, but there are 12 that are vital. It's like the roof, the refrigerator, the air conditioning system, and the toilet system. Okay, gotcha. The plumbing. And when those fail, your house don't work.
Gotcha.
So you got to check those systems every year. Okay. Check these hormones every year and make sure they're working, humming along.
Give us the names of these important 12 ones.
The human growth hormone I mentioned.
Okay.
The testosterone for men, definitely.
Yeah.
The progesterone and estrogen for women, definitely. The thyroid, definitely. The insulin, definitely.
Insulin is that hormone?
Yes, I didn't even know that. Hormone. And now let me explain what hormone is. Most people don't even know what a hormone is.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, a hormone is simply a letter. Okay, it's the Greek word for letter. Letter secreted by a gland telling another organ what to do. Call it an email, call it a fax.
Wow.
So next time I say hormone, you say fax. Good. Next time I say hormone, you say email. Good.
Okay.
Next time I say hormone, you say letter. Good. Same thing. It's a letter. It's a letter, protein letter, that one organ sends to another organ says work, or produce, or sleep. Don't produce. You know, or shut up, just go sit down. Time's up, we're ready to go, check out. Yeah, that's the message. So, in an example of testosterone, we start at the peak at about 25, from teen to 25, and from 25 on, straight down.
Wow.
One-way street.
That our bodies will not create it like it used to.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah. Pick the guy that's 20, not older than 20. That will do you good. Okay? Because anybody, the further away, any male further away from 25, the lower.
Okay, how many of the hormones in our body start decreasing?
12 of them.
Okay, so that's why you talk about the 12 important ones.
The important ones.
The other, we continue to create at the same level. There's 12 that diminish.
Right.
Is insulin one of them?
Yes.
That's why diabetes and all of this?
Yes. Diabetes can be diagnosed, or the likelihood of getting that 10, 15, 20 years before it happens.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Impotence, hyperpressure, coronary artery disease, 10, 20 years before it happens.
What hormone might you be deficient in if you have high blood pressure?
Testosterone, thyroid, and adrenal hormones. These three.
Okay, and how do you get your hormones checked? Let's start with everyone's most likely listening.
Yes.
They seem impacted by your knowledge, your ability, your desire, even to, at the peril of being arrested and all that, to break open this kind of research, which is now, you're fully vindicated as of 2009, based upon the very research of telomeres being the Nobel Prize. So, at some point, you were right. You were just ahead of the curve by a number of years.
Yes.
Okay. How would somebody go and get their hormones checked? I'm not even sure how to do this.
Oh, very simple.
Okay.
Go to your doctor who may object to it. So, what are you talking about? Then you say, have you heard the Nobel Prize year, I'll do it.
I see.
I'll replace it. See, you have the choice to decide when to fix that problem.
When you get a prescription,
Yes.
and you go have your blood drawn, and you get evaluations, and you see these, are you getting 12 hormones checked, or are you getting more than
12.
The
12, yes.
Okay, so you want those 12 hormones checked.
Right.
And they are things like human growth hormone, they are
Right.
things like testosterone,
Right.
progesterone, estrogen, thyroid. Okay, all of those things are checked. And you look at the value, and based
Right.
upon the value, you could be susceptible to heart disease,
Right.
stroke, any of these. Because of that, you need to be checked.
Yes.
Okay,
And
well,
it goes out of order first. These are the very first signs that are bad before the disease actually comes on.
So this is a pre-warning system.
Yes.
okay, what if you have the disease?
If you already have the disease, now that means your telomere of those cells are already short. Okay, your roof is already leaking.
Right.
Now you can repair
Okay,
it.
then.
To repair the roof is to repair the cell. You need to lengthen the telomere in your cell.
Okay, how do we do that?
Is through human growth hormone and through
Any of those
hormones.
hormones.
Bring them up to the optimum, healthy, 20-year-old level.
Okay, so those are prescribed though. So if your doctor
Yeah.
doesn't approve of you getting your hormones checked, how are you?
That's easy.
Okay.
That part's easy.
Okay.
If your doctor doesn't give you the prescription, email me. I give you one free.
Well, there you have it.
Anywhere in USA.
Except New York.
Except New York.
Okay.
New York doesn't take out-of-state physician. I'm California-based.
Go to Dr. Braverman, do that.
Yeah, go to Dr. Braverman.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, a prescription, you can take my prescription, go to a hospital lab, and do it.
Okay, your email address is on the screen.
That's me.
Or that's your website.
It's my name at yahoo.com.
Okay,
Edmund Chein at yahoo.com.
okay. Put that up on the screen if you can. It's Dr. Chein at Yahoo.
No, Edmund Chein. My name.
Chein
At yahoo.com.
at Edmund Chein at Yahoo.com.
Yes, that's easy.
And you are
Yes.
making an offer.
Yes.
Okay, look into the camera where the red light is over here, wherever it is, and tell the people what you're making an offer to do.
I'm making an offer that if you send me an email, say, Dr. Chein, send me a prescription to check my hormones, I will send that prescription to you free, no charge.
Okay.
And if you get the results and you can understand where you stand in the reference ranges that I give you, email me and I'll be glad to give you an answer of where you stand. Free too. That's my job. That's my duty God imposed on me.
Okay, so let me just restate that. What I believe you said is that hormones and the checking of your hormones, and leave that up on the screen there, Bob, for a second, because I'm gonna refer to that in just a moment. But what you're saying is that there are 12 hormones of the hundreds that we have in our bodies. That hormones are kind of like messengers. Okay, and they tell the organs how to operate, at what time, how to do, shut off, turn on,
Exactly.
all of that kind of stuff. And basically, your hormones control the way your organs work, and we need...
Because they control the telomerase.
Because they control the telomerase. That's a little bit too complicated.
Okay.
I'm going to simplify it.